I've got a little group on Facebook for the Children's Film Foundation thing, and so can I just quickly ask you about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? How you got the part for that one?
Getting the part in Chitty was probably the longest-winded audition process that there has ever been in the history of auditions. They effectively saw every child who was breathing, who had any connection with the performing arts. So I happened to be at a Saturday morning stage school, and there was an advert in the paper or something, I think, and they sent me up originally for the first audition. There were 3 auditions in offices in the West End. One of those was with the full team of producers, so massive board table with about 10 people around it. Then there was a day at Pinewood, filming a screen test for it, and then there was a follow-up on the same day with the director Ken Hughes, and at the end of that day was given it. So it was, all in all, it was about 5 or 6 meetings before we got to it.
I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who played the child capture.
Robert Helpman.
What was he like in real life to work with?
Robert Helpman was an absolute joy to work with. He was a ballet dancer, and my first recollection of him is there's a massive long corridor in Pinewood Studios, and the first time that Heather and I met him, we came out of it must have been Cubby Broccoli's office down one end of the corridor, and coming down the corridor from the other end was Robert Helpman. He obviously realised who we were when he saw us coming out of the office. And he then proceeded to dance his entire way down the corridor. But he was just great. He was the exact opposite of everything he is in the film. He was a lovely guy to work with, very, very funny, and did everything to make our life as easy as possible.
The lady who played the Queen, what are your memories of her? Because she went on to play, ended up being in Grange Hill many years later.
Grange Hill, EastEnders, yeah. Anna was delightful, and I'm sorry that we didn't have more to do with her. But again, you know, there weren't that many scenes we were in, and the scenes we were in were big scenes, so you're under a lot of time pressure when you're doing those. But she was delightful. We met up with her a couple of times afterwards. The last time we met up was when the stage show opened in the West End, and just sharing memories of what we did. But yeah, she went on to have a big career. Grange Hill, EastEnders, and she's still working now. I still see her popping up in bits and pieces. Lovely lady.
Okay. And is there anything you've not been asked about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang that I could ask you today?
I don't think there's anything that nobody has ever asked me.
Okay. Adrian, thank you so much for your time.
Absolute pleasure.